So I'm a graduate of Moray House. I studied applied sports science there as my undergraduate degree about 12 years ago. So I was aware of the faculty within Edinburgh Uni. I was aware of the subjects that they offered and delivered. And when I was starting to consider a bit of sort of higher education, instinctively I was drawn to look to see what my old college would be able to offer. I actually went to an open day probably about 18 months ago now, and thought I was interested in studying a completely different program. I was interested in strength and conditioning. I thought that would be a natural progression on from my undergraduate degree, sports science, and I was aware from that time that they did a master's in strength and conditioning. So I went to the open day with a view to understanding a bit more about that. It wasn't until I got to the open day that I met some of the staff and students on the physical activity, the health programme. And when I got speaking to them, it became pretty clear actually that where I was in my life, my interests, my sort of ambitions, and where I wanted to focus my study actually was far more aligned to what the physical activity for health course was offering instead of the strength and conditioning. So that's how I was introduced to it, and then from there a few more inquiries kind of led me to find myself on the course about a year later. Genuinely, I think although much of what is taught and talked about might seem quite obvious or common sense, it's assumed that people understand that you've got to be physically active in order to maintain your health. What I'm really enjoying is the evidence that suggests, despite how obvious people think that is, it's actually not really happening. I'm enjoying how relatively new the area of study is as part of sort of wider expansions and progression in the field of sort of health and sport and exercise science in general. And so much of what we're learning is pretty recent research and evidence, and many of the courses lecturers and staff are actually at the forefront of providing a lot of that evidence and study as well. So that's quite exciting. I think, assuming people are already interested in the field of study, for many of the reasons I've already said, I think I would particularly recommend this program, I think, because of the quality of and the experience of a number of the lecturers and staff. Much of what you see in circulation through your own searches as well, not just ones you're being given. You have a look at the reference lists, and Moray House's staff is on a lot of it. So that's a good reason. And I think also the current experience of trying to study, for me, part-time during COVID, the staff have been excellent, really genuinely very forward-leaning, very accommodating, very flexible, very understanding, attentive, and responsive, and have really gone out their way to make to allow the students to really get the most out of the experience of studying and studying at Edinburgh University. And so I think that's why I genuinely recommend this course.